Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a bullet journal setup, like my June bullet journal spread. And this is actually in my new bullet journal, which this is my first monthly spread in it. And then in a couple of weeks you'll actually see me setting up the first half of the bullet journal. But since it's almost time for June, I wanted to post this part first. And I was inspired by my own spread that I did last year in my old bullet journal, I think for July or June. It was for a summer month. I don't know if I ever posted it anywhere because that's where I was kind of having a hard time after Rowan was born, like with my postpartum depression and stuff like that. So I don't think I ever posted anywhere, but like the diamond shape you'll slowly see take place over there on the right side. I used that in my last bullet journal, except I did a cutout and like just kind of used watercolors then to like blend together. But yeah. And then the shapes, or like the leaves are on the shape. I kind of used that in my February bullet journal spread whenever I did the heart. So I'm pretty happy with how this actually turns out, and I can't wait to get started in this bullet journal. And yeah, so also you'll kind of see me paint all of the parts I'm going to paint first, and that was just to reduce the risk of my ink bleeding. And looking back at it now, that may have been unnecessary to do because I don't think like any two consecutive pages like had like any front or back both had paint on it. But that's how I did it, just to avoid it. This page still ended up with a smear because I thought it was dry and it wasn't. So in a little bit, you'll see me break out a hair dryer for my other pages. But yeah, so it's exciting moving into a new bullet journal like every couple months. I think my bullet journals typically last 6 to 8 months. And so that's a pretty good length of time to me. And I'm kind of hoping this one will last 6 exactly. That way, whenever it's time for 2021, which will hopefully be a better year for everyone and the world in general, I can just get started on a whole new bullet journal for 2021. But yeah. So I guess real quick, I can tell you that June's going to be kind of a seemingly disorganized month on my channel and maybe my Instagram. Rowan is having a cleft palate repair on the first week of June. And like we'll go down there like Tuesday. The hospital's pretty far from where we live, so we're going to be out of town all week. Rowan, Chris, and myself. And Chris's mom may go with us just for moral support because I'll be the only one allowed in the hospital with Rowan because of the coronavirus. They're only allowing one parent per child patient. So Chris and his mom will be there. Chris is there because I can't drive where we're going. I tried driving there for his first appointment and it was terrifying and awful. Which Chris is also his dad, so obviously he's going to be there. And Chris is kind of hoping that like maybe the rules be a little bit less strict and most parents will be able to go in by then, but we're not getting our hopes up because it's just unrealistic. But anyways, it's like a several day process. We have a good bit of pre-op stuff to do. For example, the first day we go, Rowan has to get a strep test and a COVID test. And then the next day, assuming his test results were good, we'll go back and we'll meet with the doctor like for a clinic visit and meet with the anesthesiology team. And then on the third day is when Rowan will actually have his surgery. And then hopefully we'll be able to go home by Friday, assuming everything goes well. So because of all that going on, and then Rowan has the recovery period after his surgery, which I think is a couple weeks because it's in his mouth. He has a cleft palate, so he has like a hole in his palate, kind of. And anyway, sorry, my cat was somewhere I'm not sure she should be. But anyway, so he has a hole in his palate that we need to fix because it will affect his speech negatively. For example, his doctor says based off where his cleft palate is, his P's and B's, whenever he gets around to saying words with those letters in them, will likely have no sound. And then, he's at a higher risk for ear infections at the moment. And I guess like too many ear infections will also put you at an increased risk for hearing loss, which thankfully he's only had one ear infection so far in his life, and that was last summer, and we caught it really early, but it's still just something that's always at the back of my mind. So therefore it's time to, his cardiologist just cleared him in March, right before my state started shutting down due to the coronavirus for the cleft palate surgery because he has a heart issue too. So that's all that's going on in my life. And because of that, I still want to post videos because I've been pretty consistent lately with my posting, so I want to try to keep it up, but also I want to do it in a way that's not going to affect me being able to take care of Rowan, which is why I'm trying to pre-plan a little bit. That way, after Rowan's surgery, all I gotta do is deal with him and like keep him comfortable and happy. Because we just took away his pacifier Monday of my week right now. Like it's Saturday the 23rd. I can't remember what Monday is. I'm sorry. Oh, the 18th. On the 18th, we took away his pacifier, and he's done amazingly well without it. I thought we had to do it cold turkey because me and Chris have been trying to wean him slowly, and me and Chris kept cheating, so we just had to get rid of it. And I was afraid he would do awful without it, because he's always just been attached to it. But he's done amazing. He's still sleeping through the night like he has for forever. He's taking good naps without it. The main thing I'm worried about now is just the 3-hour car ride to the hospital. So, yeah. But then also he's trying to become a thumb sucker, I've noticed too. So that's going to suck in a little bit. Because whenever he's done with the surgery, they're going to put these things on his arms called no-nos, where he can't bend his arms at the elbow. I don't know how often he'll actually have to wear them. I'm sure his doctors will tell me that after his cleft palate, after his surgery. So, and then also I know that he can't have like any like forks or stuff in his mouth, and I don't know about like cups with spouts. We have the little 360 cup that is supposed to train babies for cup training that he likes. The only issue is he won't drink milk out of it. He'll still only drink milk out of a bottle. And I've tried giving him like a sippy cup with a shorter spout and just throw away the bottle. And he'll drink about half of it and just throw it down and forget about it. Oh, also Chris brought me some lunch while I was filming this. And he made me some ramen. I like the seasonings Chris uses in it. But I didn't realize it was in the shot. So I'm very sorry about that if that's obnoxious. But anyways, so that's that. And so that's kind of my June. I'm trying to plan ahead, but I wait till the last minute to plan ahead. So, yeah, my videos are going to be kind of weird. For example, I'm doing a mental health awareness reading vlog. And I don't know what week that'll be going up because I found out that pretty late in the month that May was Mental Health Awareness Month. So, at some point in June, you'll see a reading vlog about Mental Health Awareness Month. But it was filmed and planned during the last week of May. So I'm very sorry about that. Okay, so this is my calendar page. This spread is pretty much the exact same one I've been using for several months now, since I think January or February. And I just do my big calendar because I like writing stuff on the actual days. I don't have so much going on that it makes sense to do a list. I do my daily list, but we typically don't have too many appointments during the months, and even when we do, they're typically not on the same days. And then also whenever I do our pay days and bill dates, I just circle the day and the little number in either a green circle for a payday or a red circle for a bill due. And then on the far right side, I have my task, my notes, or my task, goals, notes, and then my TBR. And I haven't picked my May TBR yet, my June TBR. I do think that Happy and You Know It will be on it because that was my May Book of the Month Club pick, and I haven't gotten around to it yet. And I feel like that would be a good book to bring while I'm waiting on Rowan's surgery, to just sit and read while I'm waiting on him to get out. I was told it'd be about a 3-hour surgery, most likely, which I don't think is too bad. But yeah, we'll just wait and see. But anyways, I'm really happy with how this spread turns out with the little leaves in the middle. Also, this is the same habit tracker, mood tracker, and gratitude log that I've been using for the past couple months as well. I try not to track too much because then I've noticed when you track too much, I get overwhelmed and just never do anything and then never fill it out and then never want to open my bullet journal. So I've been trying to track basic things like waking up at 7, making my bed, being active, taking my vitamins because I'm really awful at that, taking my vitamins, whether or not I drink soda because I need to cut back. I've been drinking way too much soda lately. Whether or not I count my calories because I'm struggling with losing baby weight, and that's mostly because I didn't take care of myself last year. If I had taken better care of myself last year, things would have gone differently, I believe. I also track whether or not I read, whether or not I write, and whether or not I go to bed at 11. Just those 3 things. And also my mood tracker, when we get to that in just a minute, is pretty basic. I don't really have a crazy scale or anything. It's just best, meh, or worst. And my dots will fall somewhere in there. It's not super detailed and it could be better, but I just want a very, very basic idea to look back on and just see how the month overall was for me. And then my gratitude log, which we will get to on the next page, is pretty basic as well. I just write a sentence every day for something I'm thankful for. Sometimes it can be something like just that's happened recently, like whenever Chris got his new job last year. Or sometimes it's something like as basic as I'm just thankful that my family's healthy and safe at the moment, and I'm hoping we stay that way. And then sometimes I write I'm thankful for stuff that hasn't happened yet, just to kind of put it out there and like be sure, like I'm aware that I want that to happen and I'm excited for it to happen. By the way, I'm sorry if my video's lagging on your end on YouTube. My iMovie might be messed up, or it might be the actual video, so I'm very sorry. So sorry about that. Anyways, this last semester, well, my reading notes, where I just kind of take notes on books I've been reading to kind of keep up with what I'm thinking of them throughout the month, like as I read them. And I think it'll be nice, like in a few months or years, whenever I'm flipping back through old bullet journals, to just kind of see like books and remember what I liked about them. But yeah, anyways, I'm probably gonna let you guys go because in just a minute I will be finishing up with the pen portion and it'll go on to showing you the completed spreads a little bit closer up. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.